Yeah, they're reusing a lot of their assets. Oh shit! Bro, look at that thing, bro! Like, there's gonna be one or two things. That's just her reacting to safe room, oh no, kind of shit. Or she can't be in light. Greetings, warriors. How you guys doing? Now, welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to actually have a initial reaction and also discussion of the Resident Evil 9 gameplay. Now, well, gameplay demo. Okay, so apparently there was an embargo that was lifted today for the gameplay to be shown. All that good stuff, which is very good because I did enjoy yesterday's trailer. But I was one of those where like, hey, I'm happy we have something, but like considering that Gamescom is showing the demo, I was kind of, the word for it, I think is, I would say underwhelmed, I guess you could say. We waited a good little bit. I at least wanted to see some gameplay as well. I understand why everyone was disappointed, but hopefully this filled everybody's juices in their brain. So I haven't seen it yet. So how we're going to do this and how this is going to flow is that I'm going to let this whole thing play out. First is so I can have an initial reaction, everything like that. There won't be any pausing or anything of that nature. So it's gonna be initial reaction, and then we're actually gonna get right into the discussion to see if I missed anything or to see if I noticed anything during my initial reaction or all that good stuff. Like, you guys know how this rolls. So I'm going to leave chapters in here. So if you guys don't want to see the initial reaction, go and just go straight to the discussion, then by all means go right ahead. I got y'all. Okay, so the video we are going to be using is going to be Enfant Terrible's channel. I don't know if that's infant terrible. I don't want to say it like that. I'm assuming that's probably French. Enfant terrible. Hopefully I'm saying that right. We're going to use his or her channel, and simply because it was the first one that popped up on my feed that didn't have any commentary or anything like that on it. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Okay, so there's that hallway. One thing I'm noticing is here's some like the same little sound effects cues from Resident Evil 7. One thing about I'm noticing, her footsteps are loud. Okay, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8 inventory, kept that. They're reusing some of their tools, their designs. Less development work. Okay, crouching. This hallway reminds me of PT So Heavy. Wouldn't be Resident Evil, you didn't have to find a fuse, right?
Dead.
Okay, that's a new sound effect. Okay, get the fuse. Okay, yeah, they're reusing a lot of Resident Evil 8. Homegirl's breathing. Okay, yeah, homegirl's scared. I feel that. Damn, it's dark as shit too. Oh, yeah, homegirl's footsteps is louder than Mr. X, bro. Jesus Christ. Empty ink ribbon. Okay. Empty bottle. I don't want to say that ink ribbons are simply back, but that's an empty ink ribbon. Wow. Beautiful freaking game. Hold on, are we in a, yeah, we're in 4K. Okay, lighter. All right, yeah, we knew a lighter was going to be in the mix. Yep. All right, there's the fuse. But she needs a tool to get that puppy open. All right. Standard survival horror, Resident Evil. Gotta get a fuse. You got to. Ooh, okay. Oh, I hear the chains. Okay. I saw plenty of thumbnails. I know what the girl looks like. Yeah. Scary-ish. Damn, them footsteps. Gee, dude, Mr. X got competition, bro. The light flowing through her hair is pretty lit, actually. It's nice that I get to see that in action. As you can tell, they were very proud of that when they were talking about it. That's some great detail. It had Resident Evil, of course, that's Resident Evil 7, but you can definitely tell they're taking a lot of things mainly from Resident Evil 8 when it comes to design, development, everything. But Yeah, they're reusing a lot of their assets. Oh shit! Okay. Now this is when the big girl's supposed to come in, because they did say she does find a dead body, and this is when she comes in. It scared the shit out of me.
He's dead. Infected.
Oh damn! Holy shit, she's big. She goes to the dead body, not Grace. Hey, she's generous. That's plot armor. Oh my god. So the sound she's making sounds like a, I'm not gonna say a clicker, but that growling just, oh god. Bro, I had to pause that. I gotta appreciate what I'm seeing here. That is a big bench. Bro, her eyes, oh my god. So when I saw people's thumbnails, I kept seeing, everyone's thumbnails is literally this motherfucking thing. Mine probably included. But I had to pause right there. I know I wasn't gonna pause at all, but I'm just admiring how big this motherfucker is. The feet, oh my god. Now I know one of my videos that people were speculating that this could be a nun in the place that we're in, because it did say, you know, sisters were in X, Y, and Z, whatever. Someone in my comments was saying this could be maybe one of the nuns, or as they call them, sisters, or something like that. Which thank you guys in the UK for clarifying that for me. That yeah, you guys do call nurses sisters in the UK. Well, at least you can. So I appreciate that that info. But sorry, my first pause. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I just had to appreciate what I'm looking at here. No more pausing throughout the rest of this. I think you guys can tell that I can't wait to just talk. Women always tripping over nothing, right, fellas? you gotta fall. No offense, ladies, I'm messing around. I wonder what that bottle was supposed to do. Well, I'm assuming serve as a distraction, but obviously it didn't work. So I wonder if that whole running sequence is like, okay, you just gotta get somewhere to like avoid her, because right now we're back in that hallway. Because the way homegirl was running, it looked like it was running and tripping, looked like a cutscene kind of thing. I'm not gonna say cutscene, but you guys know what I mean. Like it's supposed to happen. So I have to run and keep tripping. That'll be annoying. All right, so obviously we're crossing. Yeah, we need to, because girls' footsteps is something to be reckoned with. Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Footsteps. Attack level 0, defense 0, noise level 100. Jesus. She's definitely young, because my knees are killing me right now. Yep, typical. Yep. There, I hear the chains. Damn, them chains, bro. Oh, I saw it on the window.
Oh, not this way, not this way, not this way.
Bro, those chains, oh my, the sound effect of those chains, I swear to God, it feels like they're reusing the chain sounds from Remake for Lisa. Oh my goodness. I wonder how many people still think this is Lisa. Ah! Bro, I'm sorry. Okay, now that I'm hearing sounds, I'm sorry, bro. That sounds like Lisa. Holy crap. I remember someone said that Susie Hunter was telling people that the chains in her sounds sounds like Lisa. If it's not Lisa, then they're definitely like, she's definitely an inspiration. Okay, using the ceilings to get to you. Yep, they did say that. Okay, they're having a footstep loud competition match because, well, obviously Grace is not as big no more, but I had to turn that up a little bit. Oh, but the damn thing is, man, I was wondering why it didn't sound that big to me. Pause. But the sound effects, I didn't have the YouTube video all the way up. Damn it. I'll definitely have to make sure I put that up in post. I want to hear her footsteps. Sorry. Made that into a beat. You know what I'm saying? All right. Jesus Christ. All right, so she's not running after you, so at least we can be cool with that. Now, in Enfant Terrible's channel, he did put a third-person and first-person perspective in here, so which I think fans can appreciate. One thing that, yeah, the players were right who played this first. Grace's breathing is loud. I think you hear it more in the first person. At least I think. Twice, baby girl. Okay. That's right, to unlock the fuse gate thing.
Yes.
Yep. Jesus Christ, dude. This stalker is legit. She's big, you got the chains, you got just the scary sounds that you need. Mr. X is my favorite stalk because you just hear his stomps. But this girl, oh my God, look at her. Dude, the crip walk is amazing, bro.
Any closer.
Grace, I just want you to know, baby girl, you sounded very intimidating. God damn. Whoever's playing this, thank you for looking back, because I definitely wanted to see her speed. She doesn't walk too fast, but it's so intimidating, like, ugh. Jesus Christ. You gotta play this at full volume. You have to. You gotta appreciate the sounds this game is making, bro. Oh my! La, 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 la. Ignore that, y'all. I have this on full blast, so like that got me. Normally that probably wouldn't. Keyword probably. Solid. Something's gonna happen. Oh, cutscene. Oh, this is that cutscene. Okay. For the facial expressions of Grace. God, Lee! I want to rewind that so bad because how she came out that closet just, oh man. Like they let you see her come in full force in the light. That's cool. Okay, so that's the gameplay. All right, so, and then of course, I think Mr. Enfant Terrible just put the trailers and stuff in here. Okay, cool. And I think other people did the same thing. All right, now I'm not done. Obviously, I'm gonna go back and watch it. So initial impressions, and I'm not just saying this because it's a new game and new Resident Evil, and I'm excited, everything like that. Maybe there's some bias into that, but I love what I saw. Absolutely love what I saw because, now I don't know if the people, I'm pretty sure this is the same thing that people at Gamescom are get to playing. I'm not sure if it ends right then and there at that fuse. I'm going to assume so. Maybe if I look at other people's videos, if they end it right there, that's probably it. But I'm just gonna go off with Enfant Terrible's channel though. I hope I'm saying that right. I just like how it flows in the lips. But anyway, I like what I saw. Okay, one thing for sure, I gotta go back to this right here. The first things first, and then we're gonna just go back to the start of it. This was amazing, bro. I love Grace's facial expressions. I was like, so cute. All right, but look at that. Oh my God. Bro, look at that thing, bro. Like, that is amazing. And like, I do agree with the players that this is a big bench. Like, holy crap. I got another backstory on this. Now, from what I'm getting at, I can now understand. I'm glad I have this because I now finally see and hear, maybe not feel, but I can see and hear why some people now are leaning towards this could be Lisa. All right. For me, like I said, I still have a hard time believing that because it's been 30 years. Yeah, this marks the 30-year anniversary. So 30 years since Raccoon City. So I have a hard time. I understand Lisa is invulnerable. I'm not saying that she cannot be killed. I don't think she's invulnerable, but if she could survive for 30 years, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, in those 30 years, what was baby girl doing? You know? But the sound of the chains, the noise that she makes, I can see now why people think that's Lisa, or knowing Capcom and the developers, maybe it was like, okay, let's take some inspiration from a character that we know that has chains. She doesn't stalk you, but she has chains and kind of looks like this. The thing is though, for the art depiction of Lisa, her face was like in a bag. It was all jacked up and weird. You know what I'm saying? Like the mouth was like wide open. It looked like it was like half off. So going with the art depiction of the remake, when Ms. Lisa takes her first appearance, I'm still going to say on a major level that this is not Lisa. Okay. I'm still going to think that, I'm still saying that this is not Lisa. All right. I'm still going to go with it wasn't my initial, because I did say this could be Lisa in my initial thought. I'm still going to say that I don't think they're going to put this big baby girl here. All right. For nothing. She doesn't have some backstory, because his fans were going to want to know. Obviously she has chains, so she was obviously locked up somewhere or anything like that. I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I'm going to still say this is a mutated Alyssa, bro. I'm still going to say that this is Alyssa that's mutated. I'm going to assume still that this is mom. I'm still going to go with that, bro. I don't want to say because Alyssa does look cute. I don't want to say this is Alyssa. I can see this, you know, she looks just like her. Like I said, it's really just the hair, okay? Because when I look at Lisa, freaking the bag over the face, the mouth half off, we didn't see any hair on Lisa or anything like that. So I don't think this is Lisa. I still think this is Alyssa. Damn. I hope I didn't butcher those names backwards, but yeah, I think this is Alyssa, not Lisa. Lisa Trevor. I don't think this is Lisa Trevor. I'm still gonna go with this is Alyssa Ashcroft. 8 years, just in prison, whatever this is. Because let's be honest, Grace witnessed her mother died from that last trailer that we saw. So that's how we know that, okay, Grace knows that her mother is dead by basically what she saw 8 years ago in that hotel. However, I don't know if we saw anything about what the body or anything like that, or if they buried the body. They didn't go to that deep in the backstory, but at the same time, we all know in Resident Evil, things don't just stay dead. Someone probably got Alyssa Ashcroft's body, experimented on it, and this was the result. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. I mean, heck, freaking key point, Wesker in RE4 Remake took Krauser's dead body in the end of RE4 Remake so he could do something with that. And then, of course, as we know in the Code Veronica games, Wesker also said, I have Steve to work with. Steve is dead, but Wesker took Steve's body. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this is Wesker at all. I'm just saying that Capcom can still find ways to bring people back, but not in the way we want them to come back. So in a good way, you guys know what I mean, in a villain type, protagonist type of way. But yeah, long story short, I'm still gonna say this is Alyssa, but the sounds, they definitely are inspired by Lisa, 100%. Absolutely. The chains especially, but there's a part here in the trailer where it, like, when she was growling, I guess you could say, that was definitely inspired by Lisa Trevor. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. Right there. Oh, I managed to find it in the first click. Right here. This is heavily inspired by Lisa. Heavily. You got the chains right. Hear this. That is heavily Lisa Trevor inspired, bro. That's literally the first sound you hear when you go to the double doors in RE4 Remake. Instead, if we don't have the little umbrella insignia, the keys for those gates under the stairs, you hear that and then chains. Bro, okay, yeah. Like I said, I can see why people say this is Lisa Trevor. I have a hard time believing that Lisa survived for those 30 long years and just hasn't been touched. I have a hard time believing that. Now, has Capcom given people some unceremonious deaths? Yes, I still kind of find it BS that Lisa died in an explosion in the mansion from a chandelier being held in the Umbrella Chronicles. I think that's kind of a lame way to go for such a great villain in my case. I'm not gonna say villain, just someone with a very sad story. All right, I think I'm not gonna say Lisa is misunderstood. Lisa just got really just funked over bad, bro. Her father was an architect. Umbrella took over, well, took advantage, and then that's what freaking happened. It's just a sad story for Lisa. R.I.P. baby girl. But freaking, I feel like they did Lisa dirty with that death. But if this is their way of like bringing her back, sort of through somebody else, I'm cool with that. It was because I always found Lisa scary. So yeah, that sound and the chains heavily inspired by Lisa. All right, I want to hear it again. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. All right, go back to the beginning. Like I said, if I notice something, I'm gonna pause it. If it's too much silence or anything, I'll just do jump cuts and everything like that. Okay, let's do it. So the one thing I'm just getting in key is just mainly sound effects. I want to see if they were using some sound effects, or have some new ones, like the clicking of that button and everything like that. There is some sound effects in Resident Evil 7 and 8 that sounds like that. So you can definitely tell for, I'm not a developer, but I want to assume for less development time, of course, they want to reuse some of their assets, sound effects, like how the X button is on here. They could have just redone that. Well, we say X button, but some people say cross X. But the X button on the PlayStation right here, like that all looks like Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8. So you can definitely tell, at least I'm seeing more 8 than 7. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like they're both closely related on some stuff, but I'm seeing more 8 than 7, which is pretty cool. Even though this is the director of Resident Evil 7, so he's gonna have his footprints and his paw prints on here. I love this hallway. It's just not so much a PT. You can definitely tell like a lot of these hallways, especially in nowadays horror games, a lot of it is PT expired. Well, not expired, inspired. I was like, man, they did PT so damn dirty. All right, press on. Them damn footsteps. I'm just telling you right now that Grace and Mr. X got competition on these damn footsteps, bro. Jesus Lord, man. But I'm not gonna beat that a dead horse. No pun intended. Okay, I like that little sound effect. I like that. That's like a comforting sound effect, and that's one of the things where I like RE4 remakes sound effects. It's a I don't know if it's like dopamine for your ears. I don't know, like there's some sound effects in RE4 remake that just sound like when you're doing the inventory in RE4 remake, the sound effects is just so, it feels good to hear. You know, I don't know if y'all know what I mean, but it's hard to describe. There's some sound effects that out here in game, I'm like, it's just comforting little trinket little sounds. That's one of them that I just heard. Yeah, like that in my ear is nice. Sounds like an intercom. All right, I want to see something real quick. Is that the let me go back real quick. I think okay, that's why I wanted to see that. I didn't pause it at first. I think this is to the main hall area that we saw in the creator's message when they're showing some gameplay. Yeah, I think this right here is the main hall area, just like one of the top levels or something. At least that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Because in this case here, from what we know, this is a hospital. This is not the hotel. This is a hospital, from what I can understand. One thing we didn't see here is a lot of the players that played the demo said you had to do a puzzle to get that key or to get a key or something of that nature. Like I said, I don't know if this is the same demo that they played. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Maybe if you guys watch a content creator who had played the previous demo or played, you know, they got the insider look. And if they said that this is the same demo that we got to play, then please let me know. Then what I'm saying here is null and void. But I know I could have sworn one of them said that there was a puzzle that they had to do. So maybe that's just where this starts off and you skip the puzzle, I guess. I don't know. I was hoping to see one to see what it looked like, but I didn't see a puzzle here. I'm wondering what this is used for. Now correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm a big RE fan, but I am wrong on some things. I have never seen a empty ink ribbon ever in a Resident Evil game. It was always ink ribbon, digital 1, 2, 3, whatever, how many ink ribbons you have. It was never empty. An empty ink ribbon means you were just out of them. You know what I'm saying? But never like this. Like there was like you had actual capsules. So could this be used for saving? Now maybe this could be maybe difficulty related. You know, amateur, ink ribbon or auto saves or professional / veteran, whatever. Or God mode where freaking you need ink ribbons to save. And there's no auto saves kind of thing. I don't know that. I don't think that's gonna be the case, but well, it could be. They've done it before, but I don't think they would do that in the demo. So they definitely have a different use. But this, I'm very concerned. Well, not concerned in a bad way, but like, what could this be used? Maybe they're bringing it back, but they wanted to amp it up a little bit, having ink ribbons to save. But they're bringing it up to where like, okay, you got to find the ink ribbon. You got to actually find the capsule itself, and then you got to find the ink. But as we can see, but empty bottles that's coming up next, we know that that's for sound distraction. Yeah, it's not one of those Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time kind of bottles. We got to fill it up. Or the Agent 42 thingamajiggy from RE Remake. Those sound effects are so beautiful. I love that they kept the original inventory. But like them little sound effects, bro. I love to hear it. It's dopamine to the ear, bro. Bro, the light shining through the hair is just fantastic, man. It's the little stuff you start noticing in games that you start to just appreciate, even from a non-developer standpoint. Whoever does the VA for Grace, I need to freaking know. Like, I can't just do like a fear breathe. Like, okay, I can do it. Don't close your eyes when I do that, because that could be in a whole different context.
Infected.
Yeah, I think that's giving us a hint, like zombies are coming back, I guess you say. Look at them hands, bro. Oh my lord. That's some plot armor, bro. Like freaking homegirl here could have really just reached out for Grace. She's right there with a lighter, bro. But she wanted the dead body. That sound, bro, that little, I don't know how to mimic it, but I swear it sounds like another version of like the clickers, the sound of the clickers in Last of Us 1, the only one that matters. Ah! Bro, look at that. Oh my god, look how big she is. Goddamn! Ah, golly, that's a fantastic image. Oh man, I wonder like how her stalking capability is gonna be. Obviously she can use the ceilings to, like, you know, get in front of you and you have to be like, oh funk, turn around, do all that other stuff like that. But oh man, Mr. X is my favorite stalker, but I know a lot of people's favorite like stalker scenarios was Nemesis in the original RE3, because he could literally just pop up anywhere. It was unpredictable, not like forced in the other one. And dang, she had the politeness to wipe her mouth. Yeah, see that little growl right there. So try to mute Grace, but hear the monster right here. Yeah, I swear, man,
What the fuck?
that's heavily Lisa inspired, man. I love it. Okay, so yeah, 2 empty bottles. All right, so yeah, that's mainly for distraction purposes. Okay. If you have like a nice, like a ring around the rosy type map when you have like something chasing you, a device, amusement and medicine fully restores your health. Okay, so is this, okay, so this must be the game's, fade spray. Okay, I'm with that. Or maybe they could bring it back. Maybe in the scenario with the other protagonists or anything like that. Maybe different health items and everything for that. But we all know more than likely our good old friend Herbs, or as Sheva calls him, Herb, is coming back.
Oh my god.
I wonder why Grace said, oh my god, for a medical injector. I'd be like, oh, hell yeah. I wonder if we're gonna find a different video to see, like, is there an intro cutscene to this demo? Because one thing I love about this video, it went right into the gameplay. I just wanted to hear that again. That's so Lisa Trevor, man.
This way.
The sounds. I don't think that's Lisa Trevor. I have a hard time believing that. I thoroughly believe that's Alyssa Ashcroft. There's gonna be like some sentimental thing once we find out what happened. Those sound effects are insane. It sounds like he's above you. It sounds like she's next to you. I can't even see her in this dark. There it is. There now you can see her. Woo! Bro, that oh dude, I was like, that is literally, I swear to God, that's literally Lisa Trevor's like roar as she like falls down the cavern, but they did some type of thing with her pitch or something like that. I guarantee they reused that same audio track. Bro, they definitely did. Oh, bro, they definitely did. I hope if there's an interview, I hope someone does, if they do an interview with the developers, I hope someone asks, I think after the game comes out, hopefully, they do an interview and say, hey, she's definitely inspired by Lisa. 100%. She's definitely inspired by Lisa. Ain't no fucking way. I don't know any OG Resident Evil fans, I'm not gonna say brand new ones, but any OG Resident Evil fans that have played the remake and everything thoroughly and everything, and they heard Lisa, I know damn well when they see this monster, they're going to think of her, especially after you hear her and like the certain sounds that she makes. This whole discussion of this right here is really this monster. That's really what I wanted to see. I can see why people are saying, no, that's definitely Lisa Trevor, 100%. I don't think it is, but they definitely using the same audio tracks, a little bit of the design, a little bit, nothing crazy. The sound effects for the chains, oh yeah, 100%. A lot of it is Lisa Trevor's stamp. Now, who is that? I don't think it's Lisa Trevor, but everything else has Lisa Trevor, but who the actual person is. If I'm dead wrong, I'm cool with that. I'd be more than happy to know why or how Lisa survived 30 years. But this, yeah, I think that's Mama Ashcroft. But they're definitely using the same sound effects as Lisa, though, 100%. I love some heavy footstep stalker activity, bro, in these games. That gets the blood going. It's even worse when like you feel like you're trapped and you just hear the footsteps get closer. Ooh. Now I was also looking at her watch right there. Looks like a small G-Shock or maybe a Samsung Galaxy watch or something like that. Smart watch. I'm just kidding. That's just your basic watch. But I wonder how they're gonna do health. Are they gonna do health where it's on the watch like 7, or are they gonna do it where like every time you get hit, you see like the heartbeat thingamajiggy? I forgot what that thing's called, y'all. I'm sorry. Where it just changes colors and you know like, hey, you're funked. Are they gonna have like the vignette that's red when you're like yeah, you're hurt? Are they gonna have like a different running or walking animation, like limping and everything? I want to know if they have that. Like I said, maybe there's some. I'm gonna look at some other different videos. Maybe they show something else that I didn't see, but that this one doesn't show or anything. But I'm definitely gonna check that out. Bro, I love it. That girl has a serious walk.
Don't get any closer.
I feel this is obviously our first time with Grace, but like hearing her, you feel so bad. Like she's in this situation and we have no idea what the funk why. Like she doesn't need to be in this situation. That's the thing. I mean, none of the characters really need to be in any of the situation they were in. But like, homegirl was just doing her job at the FBI, and then something in this ish happens. Everything, like I feel so bad. I was like, oh, baby girl was just so scared, poor thing. Bro, like the way she it's so smooth. I'm sorry. I want to repeat that. It is so smooth how that thing just slithers out of that closet. Just so smooth. It's like butter. Damn. That's scary, bro. And obviously they skip it here because like she's running a little bit differently, so it's like, hey, that's what we need to get into that. And obviously she's gonna open the gate up. She's gonna have to hurry and go in, but is the gate gonna close fast enough for all that? You know, little stuff like that. I guarantee that's what's supposed to happen. Okay, so I want to see if I can find different aspects of like of this demo. Like, did there something that we get to see? Did anyone play the demo where they got hurt, or is it all just the same one thing? So let me find out real quick. My brother, Residence of Evil, or JJ, he put his part up here as well. So it's different stuff. So he was actually going over some different things. It is not a one-hitter quitter. So he did actually put a part where she does get hit by this thing, which is intimidating when she grabs you because it literally looks like it's a wrap. Okay, and they have a caption where it says reacts as she's been until the girl lets go. It's funny how girl, the G in girl is capitalized. When they put the G in God, it's not. Okay, that's just something stupid. grabs, and that. Okay, so they do have the red vignette. I see it. Okay, so my question was answered. So you do have the red vignette, and she does have a different walk. Okay, so she has a hurt animation walk speed. Okay, yeah, and I think it's a lot slower too from what this is looking like. So yeah, she has that. So they kept they kept that same aspect. So it's not a one-hitter quitter, but it literally looks like when she grabs you, it was like it looked like I know it's a bite, but it looked like a swipe. The way that would, like, that reaction, just like how you would react to a swipe, not like a bite on your neck. Like, yeah. And she grabs you, and then just quick little, like, she hits you with her teeth. That's what it looks like. She just hits you with the teeth. And then obviously, okay, so the bottom left, I see it right there. But yeah, bottom left, that's the health right there. Obviously you got the vignette, but obviously this is what's gonna look like right here, the red, meaning you're in danger. Okay. So it seems like either she's at full health and she takes a lot of health, or it's just a difficulty or whatever, I'm not sure. But yeah, seems like yeah, that's, but she does let you go. When she really could have just ate you up right there. Like, that grab reminded me of the regenerators in RE4 when they grab you, but like when they grab you, they're gnawing on Leon's neck. It's not just like a quick little swipe like that one is. But that was Capcom giving you another chance. Like, okay, you got grabbed. Okay, so thanks to another channel called Punish, another channel I do watch on time to time with their stuff. It's also No Commentary. They actually put the intro cutscene, because I never got to see the intro cutscene. This is when she's strapped on that table. Okay, yep. A little lick of the lips, I feel you. Yeah, she's upside down. Okay, so this is where the room is with that chair. Okay. Oh, look at the redness in her eyes and everything. That's, oh. Okay, using that glass to cut the rope. Okay. Gotta get that core workout. Lift up. I thought she was gonna lift up and untie. Oh, she's wiggling that. Okay, I feel you on that. Okay, so she said, what did he do to me? So I think she has an idea. I'm not gonna say like who, but she probably ran into like someone that she doesn't know, like unidentified or anything like that, a mysterious character, and then this happened. Okay, so she said, what did he do to me? So I'm not gonna say, like I said, she has an idea, but something happened. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Okay, so this is some new stuff. Okay, cool. All right, Gamescom 2025. Okay. So this is where it all starts right here. That's cool. So it's in Japanese, so I don't understand any of that stuff. So just. But this is a whole like new part right here I'm not familiar with. it is dark. Holy crap. Oh, what was that? Okay, that's an empty bottle, but it says specs and something else. Oh, for sound. Oh, so there's specs? Wow, okay, okay. The other, Enfant 3, but they didn't show that. Okay, that's the empty ink ribbon. We know that. Yep.
Shit. What the fuck?
Oh, you're trapped in here. This is a one-way room. Okay, so, okay. There's gonna be one or two things. That's just her reacting to safe room, oh no, kind of shit. Or she can't be in light. That scream though, Lisa Trevor, 100%. Bro, that's literally Lisa's scream, dude. That's literally Lisa's scream. Now, again, I want to reiterate, I don't think that's Lisa Trevor, but damn, they're reusing her her noises and sound effects and everything. Homegirl seems to be hurt by light. Okay. Or bright light, because obviously she's not affected by the little lighter. Or she's affected by the safe room ish. Wow, dude.
What the hell was that thing?
I thought it was a cutscene. Okay, so that's Punish. He or she's looking at the hole in the wall, in the ceiling. Okay, cool. All right, so the thing is affected by light. Now I see why it's dark all around these places. So whenever she opens that fuse and goes through that little gate thing, whatever this thing is not gonna be able to follow her because it's bright out there. Makes sense. Okay, answer my question. We got Herbs back.
Oh, not this way, not this way, not this way.
That chain is... Y'all know I'm laughing. I'm not gonna keep repeating it. I love the sound effects. We all know who that is. Can I be honest with you? Now that I'm hearing her so many times and everything like that, I did say I believe that's Alyssa Ashcroft, just, you know, in a mutated form after all these years. Because I don't believe that Lisa Trevor survived 30 long years and not been touched, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it. But after hearing this, I would love to be wrong, and that is Lisa Trevor. I want to be wrong so bad, and I don't mind being wrong. But this is one of those times where like I actually want to be. Video game logic hiding this tiny little under thing, and she don't see you. That is a big bench. Damn. Okay. All right, cool. Medical injection. Yep, cool. Full health. Bro, the sound she makes when she grabs you. Yeah, well, yeah. I said it all through this dang gameplay. Yeah, that's literally Lisa Trevor written all over it. B5O from damn footsteps, dude.
What the fuck?
So that's different. In first person, she doesn't trip. I don't know if it switches up. That maybe she trips sometimes or she doesn't. I don't know. But I noticed that when he was in first person, she was just running. But here in third person, they put more animation on this here.
What the fuck?
I'm about to say, Grace, I think she heard you, baby girl. I think you better start moving. Homegirl tripped twice? Golly, Grace. Ah, safe room, oh God. Okay, so apparently this is a video of one of the death animations. The volume ain't that high or anything like that. Obviously someone just did like a quick recording of it, but. Oh, okay. She bites your head off. Damn. Okay. Makes sense. All right, cool. All right. I had a feeling. Because she did do that with the zombie, right? So that makes sense. Okay. So I love what I saw. Grace's footsteps. Hers is competition with Mr. X. Freaking the sound effects. A lot of the sound effects dopamine to the ear. Freaking the atmosphere, the darkness. It is freaking dark. Like, I couldn't even see anything. Like, and I know when they rendered it or exported it, it wasn't gonna look as best as it possibly could be. But I'm still not gonna doubt that it's literally just so dang dark you can't see it. Like, you need that lighter, bro. It looks like whomever that creature is, they are affected by bright light. Obviously not no little behind lighter. They're affected by bright light. I just made a joke that was a safe room, but that's like the brightest room in that whole like hospital area, other than that area behind the gate, the fused gate or anything like that. That's like the brightest area that we saw. So I think whoever that big baby, that big baby girl is, I think yeah, that's one of her weaknesses, which is cool. Now that we got a glimpse of that, that was a nice little hint. I'm glad I saw that because it wasn't just the trailer yesterday, because like I said, it felt a little underwhelming. I was hoping to see some gameplay. Glad I did. The VA for Grace, still killing it. She's showing just ample amount of fear. It's amazing. I freaking love it. Third person, I think, is definitely the way to play it, but I can see the horror aspect of playing it first person. I love it. I'm gonna play both playthroughs of it in first and third person. But I love both. It doesn't bother me, but I understand fans have their sentiments, which they're more than happy to have that. I understand. I like both perspectives personally. I do prefer third though. And last but not least, the big puppy here. I'm gonna say it right here because throughout my whole initial reaction, everything, I kept saying Lisa Trevor. Let me reiterate, because I know I said it earlier. I personally think that's Alyssa Ashcroft. Personally, I have a hard time believing that Lisa is alive after 30 years and just hasn't been touched at all, unless you watch or played Umbrella Chronicles and what happened with Lisa. If that's how she died, that's kind of a whack way for a character like that to go out, with invulnerability like that. I really wish they could have done something with that. But besides the point, if that is Lisa Trevor, they're bringing her back because, hey, we have another villain we haven't touched yet, or they just want to put something Lisa Trevor related. Like, bro, I kept saying that sound effects, the chains, the growls, bro, that all if you told me, I'll tell you right now, if you played a cutscene for me and played this whole scenario with no backstory on Alyssa Ashcroft or anything like that, if Capcom just says, hey Griffin, I want you to look at this gameplay and I want you to just think, what enemy could this be? Just hearing it, I'm going to immediately say Lisa. Immediately, I'm going to say that. Absolutely. Like, even though when you look at the face and you look at the face of Lisa in the original everything, that it doesn't match. But if you were to tell me to pick something unknown or does it look familiar, I'm gonna say Lisa. But I think I said that in the reveal trailer when I heard the chains. I was like, the only character or villain I know that had chains like that was Lisa, But that was before even the creator's message, all that stuff like that. So I was already saying Lisa before. I think my very first video, I even said Lisa Trevor ? Kind of thing. But I did make a video just saying where like, now I don't think it's Lisa no more. And I still don't. You can just tell her I would say this. I think her design and sound effects and everything, 100% heavily inspired. There's no way you can convince me that she's not heavily Lisa Trevor inspired. Absolutely not. You can't convince me on that. I would put my whole freaking life savings on it, and I ain't got a lot of savings, but I would put it all on the table and freaking embed. Yeah, they was like, oh, Lisa Trevor, let's do something with that. Not put her in the game, but let's do something with that. Because let's be honest, Lisa Trevor is a scary individual, sad story, but scary individual. You can't even kill her. So, but the sound effects are top tier. They definitely took her sound effects, everything, the chains, the growling, the screams, all this stuff, and just like changed it up a little bit, make it sound more threatening, even though they were already threatening. But you guys know what I mean? Like, if it's supposed to be like an older Lisa Trevor, like the voice changed and everything a little bit, but the same sounds are still being made. But absolutely, I love the design of it. I personally think if I had to say anything on who that could be, I think that's Alyssa Ashcroft. I think that big stalker enemy is gonna have a big part in the story, and that's just some, hey, this is just experiment, final boss, bam. Nah, this is someone that we know, and they have probably a big part of the story itself. I think that's Alyssa Ashcroft. I'm still gonna put my stamp on that puppy, that big stalker baby, Alyssa Ashcroft, and sound effects, all that good stuff like that is just Lisa Trevor inspired. But I love what I saw. I'm glad I got to see it.